35. And now we're joined by Chris from Sydney. Welcome, Chris.
Good evening, boys.
How are you?
Great. I got the question for the boys. Under the DU5 fund, can he buy the motel with a 40% deposit, 60% loans?
Sorry, so you want to buy a hotel? Or a motel.
Motel.
Right, okay. And you're wanting to put 40% down and get a 60% loan?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Andrew?
Yeah, great question. In a former life, I was a motelier myself, so I know a little bit about motels. And as an investment, I really like them because the leases are very, very long. There's no vacancy period, and they can be very profitable. And back in those days, you could also hit the lessee for key money, as they call it, to extend the lease. And I got hit with a swimming pool that cost me about $25,000 way back in the late 80s, actually. So very, very, very good for the landlords. Getting to your question. The banks call motels special purpose motels, and that means that they won't lend as high an LVR, or loan to value ratio. The maximum they'll typically lend is about 50%, so you do need to put a lot of your own money in, or indeed you need to have equity elsewhere, like in your own home or in other investment properties, so that the bank will fund 50%. You've effectively got to fund about 55 or 60% of it because of all the costs that go into it as well. And you need to get really good legal advice on preparing the leases. There's a lot more involved in commercial property than what there is in residential property, so you need to have a really good lawyer, really good accountancy advice, and also have quite a lot of money to put into it because, as I say, the banks will lend probably 50% maximum. The rest you've got to find yourself.